Happy Hump Day. And it is the Lion's Gate. I know I'm not alone in feeling these energies. I have a little story, a little incident to share with you. This is actually, I don't know, I kind of lost count. It might be my 5th or 6th attempt at recording this reading for Hump Day. And I am in full consciousness that this is universe and Lion's Gate energy dictating that I haven't quite gotten it right. The right cards haven't come forward. So I don't know how long this is going to go on. I might be redoing this even after this point. I hope not, because I'm pretty exhausted with the whole ordeal. So, okay. Hump Day. Let's see what the animal metas have to offer us going into this Lion's Gate. Of course, Lion's Gate is like an oven door opening. That's how it always feels to me and to others. Many of us feel it many, many days ahead of time. We all eventually feel the effects of the Lion's Gate. There is no escaping it. It just depends on when we are supposed to feel it and process through it. It's an intense gateway, but it's expansive, and the opportunities of expansion and growth are just a wow factor. Lion medicine in itself is a very grounded, regal, demand respect medicine. There is a nurturing to it also, so it's somewhat of a intense, almost tough love kind of medicine. So let's see this time what the cards have to say. Oh, so I see we're going to get a whole new reading this time around. This is the Earth position, and it is a spirit card. It's the golden egg. It represents the heart chakra. So we're going into this Lion's Gate a little bit uncertain. We're not fully trusting, and we're certainly not feeling a whole lot of love for the energies as of late. They truly have been intense. If you haven't experienced it, lucky you, I guess. I always have the faith that at some point I'm going to get through this, and on the other side is the rainbows and the fairies and all of that just cheering us on. So we're hesitating. We're not feeling grounded in our heart. We're probably in our head trying to logically figure out what in the world is happening. To bring this back into balance, we have to absolutely check in and nurture that heart essence back into balance, whether that is through meditation, a good connection with community, whatever it is that your heart feeds and thrives from. I think we're all somewhat different depending on, who we are and what our purpose is and all of that. So I'm not going to give you absolutes on this. Just know that it doesn't have to be a grandiose effort. It just needs to be a conscious effort with a very clear intention to bring your heart back into balance and open and receiving mode, because that's what this is about. You're a little shut down, uncertain, and a little fearful of what these lion energies are all about and what they're going to give us. And apparently we do a pretty darn good job, because in the spirit position we have an air card, and of course it's butterfly. I'm not really sure anyone doesn't know what butterfly represents, but it's transformation. It is a a time where it's in the spirit position. It's a time where we are going to, once we trust and get back into our heart center, we are going to soar, and we are going to find our wings, and we are going to soar and float through these energies. We will light or, stop and perch when we need to. But otherwise, we are just going to very gracefully float through the Lionsgate energy. So far, this is a nice reading. Okay, so this is Lamb. It is an earth card, and it is inverted. So it's in the fire position. So perhaps we're feeling we get a little too flighty up here spiritually. And we find that we've kind of lost our focus on what exactly our passions and desires are. Lamb medicine is a very peaceful, very intuitive, prophetic medicine. You notice that the ears are straight out and they receive on the earthly plane. So prophetic insight is potential here. We just have to nurture it back into balance and find our purpose, find our peace. A good way to do that is to kind of be still. I know I talk about that for bringing a lot of the medicines into balance, but when you're speaking about a peace-filled medicine, there doesn't need to be a whole lot of physical action. You just need to gently lay down, rest, hydrate, nourish, and that will bring you back into balance. And you'll know, because you will start feeling and seeing things a whole lot clearer. Your purpose will come into focus in a new light. So in the air position, we have a spirit card. It's the sea serpent. And the sea serpent represents the second chakra. No surprise. This does not surprise me whatsoever. I have spoken to so many people, including myself, that are being challenged going into this Lionsgate with second chakra challenges and imbalances that range from dietary needs need to be changed, lower back, female problems, you name it, everything within the second chakra. Of course, the second chakra is our creative and desire energy center. So we're feeling, we may be creative, but it may be incomplete. We may be struggling to complete the creation. An easy way to bring this into balance are all of the things that I just mentioned. Change your diet. Really feel into this right here. If you're not, if you're feeling bloated, if you're having physical symptoms, then you definitely need to change routine, change something to bring this back into balance. It's in the air position, so perhaps this is all about an imbalance of self-communication. Maybe we're not honoring ourself or communicating ourselves as best we could. Perhaps we are not, creative wise, perhaps we're just not quite getting to the punchline of the project. And So we're being challenged with that. Easy way to bring this about is to take some breath time, focus that breath into your second chakra, visualize the blockages and imbalances being smoothed out, and almost like a vessel being refilled with crystal clear, pristine water. You want to bring that movement, that flow, that desire, and that creation back into balance so that your thoughts and your communication in your creativeness will come to fruition for you. Okay. Man, I think that hyena has been around for a couple of weeks now, hasn't it? I feel like it has. I could be wrong on that. I'd have to look back. Hyena is a fire card. It is in the water position. It's in balance. So whatever is challenging us, giving us the potential to expand and grow here, emotions are... we at least have a sense of humor about it all, about the whole process, how chaotic or crazy it may be. We are definitely keeping our humor about us, about it. I think that's probably because the vast majority of people, I am assuming, that watch any kind of readings or psychic mediumship type things are also attuned to the energies and how they're feeling and how they affect us and so forth. And there just comes a time where we just have to shrug. We just have to shrug and say, yeah, here we go, Lionsgate. Or here we go, another planet in retrograde. And it becomes a very humorous thing. Make sure your sarcasm does no harm and is purely for the entertainment of yourself and others. The hyena does have, you see the partial eclipse there. It does have an intense side, but it's kind of like, getting a browbeating and then being able to joke with the person who just gave you the browbeating about the browbeating. So there's a really interesting dichotomy with this medicine. It's a let's laugh at ourselves kind of medicine. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I thought for sure that there would be a whole lot more challenges and growth going on in this Lionsgate. This is very significant. Well, we do have 3 out of the 5 inverted, so there is definitely room for growth and potential. But I don't see it as like, really life altering or anything that you can get stuck in and not find your way out of. So the 5th card, I'm given a 5th card because we definitely have all these energies that we're working with and through. The Cosmic Egg is a spirit card. It is associated with the crown chakra. It is also associated with snake medicine. You see that there is a snake wrapped around the egg. This is representative of the Kundalini energies. So that in and of itself dictates that this whole experience brings us into a balanced state of higher consciousness, of the awakened state of consciousness. The Kundalini energy will help balance out particularly this card, the second chakra. And so I feel that the end result is a very high energy and vibration and a true balancing of all that was a challenge during the week, during the Lionsgate. And there you have it. I think I got through it. Gosh, it's been intense. Anyway, hope the rest of your week is a beautiful one. Peace in, peace out.